Hey guys, Editor Braxton here in like 1 in the morning editing the video, and I just wanted to let you guys know stuff. So for our videos, we're still trying to get in the right headspace and figure out what we're doing for it. We still have like what we're gonna do for it set in mind, but we haven't figured out like everything about it. So we're gonna be trying some new stuff here and there for the next few episodes, and we want to hear your guys' opinions on it. Like, obviously, we validate all opinions as long as they're not too insane, if that makes sense. We want constructive criticism to be given to us. So, if you're just gonna be like in the comments like, "Oh my god, this video was terrible," like it's garbage, yada yada yada, then that's kind of missing the point. What we want is for someone to point out an actual flaw that we could fix, but to do it in a way that isn't like, being a jerk. So basically, if there's a problem with the video, like, oh, this bit dragged a bit, or I didn't think that was funny, or this could help, then by all means, leave it in the comments. We would love to know. We're still trying to find our footwork here. But if you're just going to be a jerk and be like, oh, this isn't good, yada yada yada, then just go away. Like, don't even bother. But anyway, yeah, have fun with the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, bye, I guess.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Hey, honey?
Whoa! Yeah, yes, darling?
We may have a problem.
What is it?
So, the sun?
Excuse me?
Well...
Knight, what did you do?
Nothing. It's just the sun may or may not be hurtling down towards us.
Night. Honey. Darling. I love you. How in the living crap is the sun falling towards us? What in the bloody...
Works every time.
So, shades or sunglasses?
Sunglasses.
Boss!
So you going to work now?
Sure. Light, the element of guidance
Privilege.
and harmony.
It can help light the way of a lost one's path.
But it can blind and take away when stared at too long.
However, today's combatants have learned how to harness, weaponize, and bestow light upon their strongest pupils.
Princess Celestia, one of the most powerful ponies in all of Equestria.
And Lady Palutena, the great goddess of light.
And the All Might.
I'm Brax. And today we'll see which incredible illumination manipulator will win in a Target Tumble.
Celestia is a very powerful pony in Equestria. She is one of 6 alicorns and is the co-ruler of Equestria, or was. She has the power to raise the sun and knows more spells than an average unicorn. Celestia used the elements of harmony to imprison her sister in the moon after she refused to lower the moon and returned evil. She and her sister were mentored by Starswirl the Bearded. Celestia was ahead of her sister. She often made fun of her sister for it. In the comic book series of My Little Pony, Legends of Magic, Celestia trapped her sister in a bubble once. Celestia didn't like having to learn basic stuff because of Luna. Celestia dragged her sister to open a portal to another dimension, but it turned out to be evil and took Luna. Celestia went with Starsworld to save her. Celestia has also mentored Twilight Sparkle and Sunset Shimmer, who ended up not taking the lessons to heart and wanted power. Celestia and Luna have defeated many people before, including Tarek. Princess Celestia and Luna were crowned princesses and always wanted to be princesses when they were younger. They were born alicorns. I'm getting this information now, please forgive me. Princess Luna and Celestia became princesses when they did not have a cutie mark yet. At the time, the sun and the moon were still being controlled by King Boron and Princess Platinum's unicorns. Princess Celestia and Luna ended up making the three pony tribes come together. King Boreon and his unicorns decided to stop lowering the sun and the moon, helping Starsworld, causing Starsworld to become very tired because he was so old. And so he asked Celestia and Luna, since they were more powerful than him, to start raising the sun and the moon. Doing so actually ended up revitalizing them. In the end, they ended up raising the moon and raising the sun flawlessly and ended up getting their cutie marks because of it.
Hi everyone, Brax here, and I just wanted to clarify some stuff that the All Night here has forgotten to mention. This is her first time in an episode of Target Tumble, so she's kind of new to all of this, so please forgive her if anything ends up feeling weird. She has forgotten a few things for this, so I'm here to clarify those, though there isn't much that she forgot. Yeah. First off, I need to clarify something. Some of y'all might be wondering, hey, what are these cutie marks that they keep mentioning? What are those? And, basically, they're, the weird symbols on their butts that, have, how Celestia's is the sun, and Luna's is the moon, and, the main sixes, there's Twilight Sparkles is magic sparkles stuff, and the Pinkie Pies is balloons because parties, and basically they just symbolize what the pony's special talent is, and what they like to do, what they're best at, that stuff. So Celestia's is the sun because she's really good at sun magic, raising the sun, and all that stuff, which in a world full of magic you'd think wouldn't be a lot, but it's actually very impressive feat. There's a lot, so that's pretty cool. And then also, remember earlier how the All Night said that Luna turned evil and turned into Nightmare Moon? Well, Celestia can do the same thing. When unleashing all of her power, she can turn into Daybreaker, who's basically normal Celestia, except eviler, and looks cooler, and has more powerful sun magic, and can breathe fire, and a lot of other stuff that involves sun magic. And that's pretty much all I had to say here. Goodbye, Internet. I would like to say goodbye to you peoples out there. Okay, bye-byes now. See you at my segment.
I can't really say who I think will win because I don't know anything about Lady Palutena, but anyways, guys, on to the next part.
You are not real, and you will never exist again!
Hey guys, so now we're going to talk about Lady Palutena. Yeah, this is gonna be cool! Alright, so Lady Palutena is the beautiful goddess of light, the ruler of Skyworld, and the patron deity of Pit and the Centurions, and the guardian of humans. She is kind-hearted and beloved, as opposed to the cruel and malevolent Medusa. Despite being a divine goddess, Palutena also seems to be somewhat of a damsel in distress sometimes, as she was imprisoned and held captive by Medusa, and needed to be rescued by Pit. But recently she's been given much more of an active role as a major ally and helping force, as well as Pit's greatest ally. Prior to the stories that we've seen,
Palutena and Medusa originally co-ruled Angel Land together. However, Medusa's hatred and destructive treatment towards the humans caused the Light Goddess to turn her into a hideous monster reflecting the appearance of her heart, and banished her to the depths of the underworld, which I know somebody here on the show probably won't have a problem with. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wait, what's a no? And now that I've dislodged the wooden spike from my head, I guess let's continue. The Dark Goddess then responded by creating an allegiance with the underworld monsters and take over the rest of Angel Land. Palutena's army fell to the underworld forces, and the Light Goddess herself became imprisoned within the palace in the sky. As a last resort, Palutena used her remaining strength to send a magical bow to her young loyal angel servant Pit, who was trapped beneath the underworld. Armed with the sacred weapon of the goddess, Pit went forward on his quest to gather the 3 sacred treasures to destroy Medusa and rescue Palutena. After Medusa is defeated by Pit, Palutena thanked him and rewarded him. She's technically ageless, but she looks about to be 22. Her height and weight are unknown, and her primary weapons are her scepter and her shield. She can levitate and can be used without the aid of her wings, though they do give her a bit of a boost as a jump start. She can also effortlessly and fly possibly infinitely. She has a lot of projectiles, capable of taking any forms. Small, fast balls of light, 3 balls of energy, in either a horizontal or vertical array, each ball firing 3 blasts of light, bright blinding light, slow-moving homing light, light columns, slow-moving halo that fires its own projectiles. There's also the Palutena Glam Buster, where she charges for a while, then releases a massive column from the sky, of light from the sky, and create metal cages and rainstorms. She also has a few melee capabilities. She has her angelic missile, which cloaks herself in light and rushes forward like a missile. She can counterattack. Her staff makes decent melee weapon. For her support ability, she has a reflect barrier, which is basically a giant nope shield. She can teleport. She's very light, which makes sense given she's a freaking goddess. And is pretty quick. She has super speed, so yeah. She can jump glide, rocket jump. She has flame claws. She can detect weak points and and it's made possible through her Palutena super sensor. Wait, that's an actual thing? This isn't just bullcrap reading off the wiki? Okay then. Anyway, there's also a few of her feats. With her magic, she turned Medusa into the eldritch abomination that we know her as, which apparently some people still have the hots for. She also destroyed Hugh Jaw's body with 1 mega laser after Pit removed 2 of its heads, which granted means it was weaker, but it's basically going from taking down a giant flying Hydra to taking down a giant flying dragon. Not as impressive, but still pretty freaking impressive. She also leads her own army of centurions, and she managed to nearly defeat Pit despite being possessed by the Chaos Kid. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. Basically, one time, while Pit was on a mission, he accidentally broke free this thing called the Chaos Kin. What is the Chaos Kin, you might be asking? basically a mind-controlled demon scorpion thing with who basically has a bunch of different crazy weird powers. And the Chaoskin took over Palutena's body, and basically now humanity was screwed, Skyworld was screwed, everyone basically died a bunch, and Palutena went cuckoo, and Chaoskin also turned Pit into a ring and stuff, and it was very weird. And that was basically her at her max strength, just a little bit weaker because, you know, she's being stabbed in the back by a Cyclops demon scorpion. Literally. Though Pit's target was never Palutena, rather the Chaoskin above her, she still was, like, pretty freaking strong. Like, was almost to beat him a bunch, and it was very good. Yeah. Well, not good, but it was strong. Yeah. She drew enough power from the Great Sacred Treasure's cannon to eliminate Hades in one hit, though it did take a bit of time to charge. She also can use the 3 Sacred Treasures, which is basically like a super cool bow, super cool boots and helmet, and a super cool shield. Yeah. She isn't the primary wielder of them, that would be Pit, but she can still use them. And then there's also the Great Sacred Treasure, which is a giant, crazy mech that has like a laser beam and allows them to, and just allows them to go shoop de whoop on their behinds, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Though she does have a few weaknesses. She typically isn't very combatant. She also overestimates herself a bit, which, you know, it's kind of fine considering she is a goddess. So I think it's warranted that she overestimates herself a bit. And there was the time that she was possessed by the Chaoskin before being defeated by Pit. However, she was still, like, pretty freaking strong, so yeah. And that's about it. I'm happy I was able to finally do a short segment for once. And it didn't take, like, 27,000 years for me to get all this done. So, yeah, I hope you liked the talking words that I did. And, yeah, hope you enjoy stuff.
Power of caging! Now remember your place, friends, on my dinner plate.
Alright, we've talked about all the stuff for the yeah, and now we're gonna see who's gonna win a Target Tumble. Yeah. I'm very tired. Let's see who will win, and yeah. And the winner is Lady Palutena. This match was surprisingly close, however, Lady Palutena had her outmatched in one part, artillery. They may have had equal wisdom and equal intelligence, and Celestia might have had her beaten out in terms of powers and agility. However, Lady Palutena just had a lot more ways of overwhelming Celestia. Yes, Celestia did have her Daybreaker form, and, you know, the ability to move the freaking sun. However,
However, Palutena has way more weapons, way more access to said weapons, and has held on to them for a lot longer than Celestia has. Celestia does have the elements of harmony and her Daybreaker form as well as her normal Alicorn magic, but in the end it just didn't stand a chance against Palutena. The winner is Lady Palutena.
Ready for the next battle.